So Joker was directed by Todd Phillips, and it stars Joaquin Phoenix, Francis Conroy, Robert De Niro, and Zazie Beetz. This movie was one of the two movies that I was absolutely just all out looking forward to this year. This and Avengers Endgame were the two movies for me this year. And hey, I'll preview this film, but I am just so glad that both of them are awesome. It doesn't always happen to me every year where the movies that I am looking forward to always end up being great. Sometimes they end up being kind of shitty. But this year, hey, I have two that I can hold up high. So, this film is actually very different than Avengers Endgame, and I'm kind of glad. They definitely, Warner Brothers, definitely separates itself clearly from its competition with this particular movie. This is a R-rated film that earns its R rating just not only from its violence, per se, but just from its overall message and its just eerie feeling, you know? This movie wants to leave you with such an eerie feeling, and some would say a sickening feeling, that it really wants to cause you to think about what it means, and it definitely has a meaning. And that is something that I will say is, this is definitely a very different Joker than we have ever seen before. And if you want to actually go back and tell the origin story, I mean, for the Joker, in a way that kind of puts aside the Killing Joke, like this movie wants to do. I just have one thing to say about that, and that is that, you know, if you're going to do that, you better have a good reason for it, and a real clear place where you want to take this character that the original origin kind of didn't go behind. And, this movie definitely does. You know, just starting off with Phoenix's performance as Arthur Fleck as he starts out to become the Joker. This is a painful performance to watch for some people. And it really could just be, macabre in the wrong hands. But in the hands of this actor and this director, it really has a message and a reason for this just really low and grimy feel that this movie has. You see the pain that Arthur is in, and just him laughing causes him pain at times. And how much of just a broken state that he is in. You can't help but feel that where he takes this character and where the character goes throughout the rest of the movie, where I won't spoil it for anybody, but you have to feel like some part of it is inevitable. And that is just something that is just so eerie to think about when you are actually physically seeing where he goes towards the later half of this film. The physical transformation and the overall acting feat that Phoenix brings to this is just incredible, and really should be thought about come Oscar season. I know a lot of people are saying it, but I will say it too. It is that damn good, people. And, another thing that should be thought about come Oscar season is the direction here. This movie is a very polarizing movie. you are either going to go with this movie and really think about what this movie is asking you, or you are going to reject just how in your face this movie actually is. But whether on each side of the coin you fall on, you cannot say that it isn't deliberate. The direction here is so great, and Todd Phillips has so much control over this film and the direction of it, that this is absolutely deliberate, and it is just a really great directing performance here. And it's something that you don't see every day, specifically in a big budget comic book movie. And I love how this movie kind of just sidesteps its comics roots. This is so different and so out there, like, you know, an alternate story, that it really just causes you to forget about that while the movie goes on. And I, again, feel like that has a lot to do with the performances and the directing and the art direction here. The way that Gotham looks in this movie is amazing. You know, this could take place in like an alternate 1970s Gotham, and it really just has such beautiful like artistry here that is truly incredible. But another thing that this movie actually does well is sprinkle in some of the Batman lore that we know, just to kind of remind us that this could be in the same universe. And I won't give any clues to what that actually is, but I will just say that there is some Batman elements that are here, and you know, it's definitely something to like about this film. Also, this is a very challenging movie that isn't going to sugarcoat anything for you. It is going to have its message, wear it on its sleeve, and force you to look at exactly the environment that this character is in and what that means for him as a person. And that is truly just a very strong message to have. And for that, I am going to give this a 9 out of 10. This is just amazing cinema. So close to a classic, but I do feel like I had some reservations about the second to last scene in the film. I won't spoil it for anybody, but it left me kind of scratching my head about something, and kind of knocked it off the classics list for me. But this is still an amazing film. And coming up next on the channel, I do have to get into the 4K reviews for the Marvel films that came out this week. So you have Spider-Man Far From Home, and then Guardians of the Galaxy, Ant-Man, and Doctor Strange. I will also be reviewing some horror films coming up for you guys, so check that out. This channel is going to be getting a whole lot of content for you guys, so make sure you subscribe so you know when those videos come out. And as always, thank you for watching my videos. You guys are awesome. I don't need to say it because you know it. And I will see all of you next time.